Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Back to the Features with me, Ciaran Bartlett.
Me, Chloe Bartlett.
It's professional as fuck. How's your week going? Probably hasn't started because it's Monday, whatever. I'm in bed while you're listening to this until at least 1 o'clock on the Monday that this comes out. So, gee. We recorded ahead of time, guys. So this week we're going to discuss one of my all-time favorite movies. That's not even a lie. This is Chef with Jon Favreau, directed by Jon Favreau. You're a fan?
Oh, massive.
We love this.
Yeah.
We love this. This is normally I talk about a shit at the start, but I just sort of want to get stuck in this because we've a lot to discuss. We've seen this movie a lot together, haven't we?
For anybody who hasn't seen it, Kiri, can you give them a synopsis?
Okay, so this movie. Well, I'll give some background information, guys. Then I'll do a synop. This movie came out in 2014. As I said, Favreau wrote, directed, starred. He stars alongside Sofia Vergara, John Leguizamo, Scarlett Johansson, Dustin Hoffman, Bobby Cannavale, Amy Sedaris, MJ Anthony, the wee boy, Oliver Platt. Don't want to leave anyone out here. Let's check this list. Russell Peters makes an appearance. I think that's everybody. That's here. I've smashed that. Only forgot about a cameo from Russell Peters. And this, so he worked with real life well known chef Roy Choi to learn how to chop stuff properly and sort of look like a chef. It was made for 11 million. It made just under 50. It made 49.8 million, which is pretty good for. This feels like that's a relatively small budget movie. That's a 5-time return. That's pretty good. Nearly 5 times, 4.5 times.
This is such a feel-good, wholesome film.
Yeah.
About a divorced dad who...
Oh, so you're doing the synopsis? Okay.
Rekindles his relationship with everybody, but mainly his son, which is lovely. And...
a chef who is, stuck in a restaurant cooking food that he's not really inspired by anymore. He gets a bad review, really bad review, and he calls the reviewer out online. The reviewer's coming back for a special tasting menu. The owner of the restaurant doesn't let him cook the tasting menu, and he gets sacked out of his job. He sort of quits, gets sacked, whatever, and then ends up running a food truck, and it reinvigorates his love of food. He reinvigorates his relationship with his son and with his ex, and it's a great fucking feel-good film. This week's episode is sponsored by our brilliant friends over at Golden Popcorn. Check out their website at goldenpopcorn.com, the home of handmade popcorn and other allergen-free snacks. We absolutely love this. I love wearing this as a wee apron when we're doing these adverts. It's my favorite. But the popcorn comes in 3 brilliant flavors. They have sweet, salty, and salty sweet, which is a lovely mix. I do enjoy that mix. Check out these flavors. As I move my massive dome out of the way, that's how big the bags are. They actually are bigger than my head, and I have a movie star head. It's massive. Not the skills of a movie star. Anyway, listen, check out those flavors. You can get these in all the major supermarkets here. You can get them in loads of convenience shops as well. I would highly recommend checking out Gourmet Crunch, which is their savory snack that comes with this. It's a sensational. It's like popped. It's like crisp. It's like healthier crisps, which is a great thing for people like me. And for anybody, especially if you're having a movie night, get a big bag of the Louisiana barbecue and tell me that you didn't have a good time. I'll call you a liar. It's a brilliant time. We love those barbecue ones. So check those out. Check out their website, goldenpopcorn.com. And as ever, thanks for sponsoring our podcast. Let's move on to our Clint Eastwood one take on the movie Chef. Mine is that this is the greatest feel-good film of all time. I can't think of a better one. What are other good feel-good movies? I actually feel Groundhog Day is a great feel-good movie. I know you don't love it.
Boo.
I don't know why you don't like it.
Oh, it's awful, Karen.
I feel like you haven't. It's fucking not
We've
awful.
We've talked about this. Repetition sickens me.
It's so good, but no.
It doesn't stop me going to McDonald's.
What's a good feel-good movie?
A good year?
It's not on this level though. Like what approaches Chef in terms of movie? Big is a feel-good movie that's probably at the same level as this. Like in terms of just put it on and feel good every time.
For me, it's Casper. Because it's the 90s, it's Halloween, it's a wee vibe.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's sit down with all your blankets and a cup of tea.
It's a fucking dark movie though. We watched Casper.
What?
Do we need to go into I hope I can resurrect my dead son and oh can I resurrect my dead wife? That's dark banter for a fucking feel good movie. For a kids movie as well. I don't mind Casper. It's pretty dark for a feel good movie. No, I like it when they talk about death all the time. What about, let me see, other good feel good movies? See, it's weird because if your weirdness is Casper, I feel good watching stuff. It's not a feel good movie at all, but it makes me feel good. It's like A Few Good Men. I feel very comfortable in that courtroom for some reason.
Who wants to know about lactic acidosis?
That's fucking unbelievable for me. That's unbelievable.
Also, court dramas.
No, I literally said it's not a feel good movie, but it makes me feel good. So I said it was my weirdness. So you don't get to slag me.
You're allowed to slabber about my weirdness.
I'm allowed to slabber about yours because you were putting that out there as if it was normal. I've said I know I'm being weird here.
90s Halloween movies are feel good films.
Well, okay. I mean, Hocus Pocus also a bit dark for a kids movie. Here is a good one.
Chef.
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Right.
That's a good one.
Chef is all you'll ever need for a feel good movie, which is why.
What's your one take?
In watch history, I'll tell you how many times we watch it a year.
Yeah.
My one take is that if you're Jon Favreau, you can cast the two of the hottest smoke shows to be both of your exes.
I had that later. I've written it's in my Oscar clips because I went, Cunt deserves an Oscar for going, who's my absolutely gorgeous ex who still sort of loves me.
Ex-wife.
Fucking
Let's not forget married.
Sofia Vergara. Who's my current
bit on the side?
Who's my current bit on the side? Who's very understanding of my problems and understands that I'm probably going to go back to Sofia. Scarjo, I see you, Favreau. We all see you. We all know what you've done,
and we applaud you.
I applaud it. I actually do.
We're all
it.
here for it.
Yeah. No. So my second one take is just. This is a brilliant film. I've said that has a very solid literal storyline of like what we described it as of man loses his job, goes back to his roots as a chef, all that literal stuff. Very literal, good, solid storyline, but also has a very, very good exploration of bigger themes about like commerce versus art and about like creative lifestyle versus family responsibility, which I really like. So there's a lot of, it does that thematic shit quite well through the literal storyline without it being very like up its own arse about it and stuff. Like Favreau never sits down and there's no speech where he goes, I just want to make what I want to make, man, and like, but I still need to pay my bills, bro. Which would be such a shite on the nose way of doing it. So I really like that about it. And it's a great hang. The whole vibe, the music and everything.
My watch
great
history,
acting in this, by the way.
I suppose we only have a year's difference of watch history because this was out in 2014.
Yeah.
And we met in 2015.
Yeah.
And
right at the end of 2015.
Hadn't heard of it until I met you.
Mental? I wouldn't remember that.
Not only did I fall in love with you, Ciaran.
You fell in love with my taste.
Yeah.
And also my taste in films. That's awful. So watch history is when we talk about like when we first saw it and how many times we watched it. I first saw this on a whim at the cinema, and I believe that it was like me and our Shmee and our Kev, and potentially Orling. But I definitely know that me and Smee loved it, and Kev was like, because you know Kev's feel good film genuinely is The Holiday and fucking Coyote Ugly. That's what he does.
Think of that what you will.
The Holiday is a fucking abomination. We were meant to do it earlier in the year with Kev, and then we fucked up our recording dates. And I just decided, do you know what? If we're still doing this at Christmas, maybe I'll do it, but I can't look at it right now. And then Coyote Ugly. We all know why that's Kev's feel good movie, because it makes his wee man feel good. Now, I think this is one of the best food films of all time as well.
Yeah.
This is sort of up there with movies. Other good food movies for me would be Big Night with Stanley Tucci and The Taste of Things with Juliette Binoche. I don't know if you've seen that. And I'm going to sound like a knob recommending it. It's an independent French film that was out a year or two ago.
It's ASMR heaven.
Mate, the first 20 minutes, like if you don't have food with you, you'll be fucking gnawing your face. It's an unbelievable film.
Plus, we are going to talk about this later. This film is cooking ASMR.
Yep.
Do not sit down to watch this unless you have food in your lap. Right?
Yep. You need to eat while you watch it, because if you don't,
unless you're not like us and you're healthy and responsible.
Maybe you don't eat emotionally like Chloe and I, but if you do, here's a helpline: 555 fat fucks. That's 555 fat fucks. Like, I mean, seriously, like every time I sit down to watch this, if I put this on after dinner, I'm like a fucking gremlin, because I will need fed again. And if I eat after midnight, I don't multiply or fucking turn into something evil, but my asshole does. I will start doing acid reflux farts if I eat too late in the day. So
if you're a MasterChef fan like we are, this is the ultimate like fan film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
they make everything he makes in this looks fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
Especially there's a wee thing he makes. One of my favorite things he makes. I mean, the cheese toasty is unbelievable, but he makes a thing. He makes a wee thing of cream with fruit, and he makes like candy thing that he like smashes into the dust and like just fucks at it. And it looks unbelievable. I like a fruity dessert. What can I say? So,
how many times a year do you think we watch this?
It's more than once a month. So.
Yeah.
Like on average, like I would say probably recently we haven't watched it a lot.
Between 15 and 20 times a year.
It's definitely plus 10. And I would say more than 10, less than 20. Yeah, that's right.
And it's not just the story, it's the whole vibe, and you'll know if you haven't seen it and you go to watch it, you'll fall in love with it more and more each time you watch it.
It's definitely in a rotation of maybe 5 key films for us.
Yeah. That
we put on all the time, which includes like This Is 40. And like just go with it.
Oh, I
and
love
stuff
that.
Like that. We should, you know what we should do? Fucking just go with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so and we also now make alio e alio because of this film. That was a recipe that we were like, that looks good. Now I'll say this: so when we make it, we don't waste all that oil, John. You leave far too much that oil in the pan. We don't waste our olive oil. But it's great, isn't it? You can see that, by the way, if you go over on to patreon.com/Ciaran Bartlett Comedy, where you'll actually see me trying to make alio e alio. Now, what's happened there is I've actually become a fucking master at it now since making that smells bitchin'. But Chloe used to she was the alio e alio person in our house. She made it. It was amazing. By the way, if you don't know what that is, it's garlic and oil, and that's it with pasta. You can throw some chili flakes in there if you want. You can put parsley in there if you want.
Do you know when you go and have like a bit of toast with butter, and sometimes it's emotional because you go,
it just hits.
This is so good, and it's just bread and butter.
Yep.
With a cup of tea, right? This is the same thing.
Yep.
It's just garlic, olive oil, and pasta, and it is so unbelievably simple, but incredibly tasty.
But in the video, I absolutely almost burned the house down making those 3 things. So, yeah, you can get on and see that. So, anything else for your watch history? I mean, we just when I think of this film, I immediately think of you because we watch it all the time together. Do you know what I
mean?
Yeah. So in the same way that when I see Coyote Ugly, I think of Kev wanking in the bushes now.
This film is so good that I don't even want to break it into categories. I just want to talk about it all like an accumulation, you know.
But our podcast is so good that we will show the discipline, and we will talk about it across our segments because my robot brain will have it no other way. But I know what you mean. It is very.
It's the music. It's everything.
I know. I keep thinking of the music, so we will move on to score later. But let's do our trivia. Let's do on IMDb Leavable. So our trivia. Have you got anything?
I do. So the critic in the film is called Ramsey Michelle, and it's an accumulation of both Gordon Ramsay and Michelle Roux Jr. Any MasterChef fans out there?
Is it Michelle Roux Jr. or Michelle Roux? Because
there's both.
Yeah. I think
Daddy Roux and Baby Roux, you know.
I think Daddy Roux. Actually, I think it's Uncle Roux is Michelle potentially, but I think Uncle Michelle might be more famous than current Michelle.
Well, it's credited as Michelle Roux Jr.
Oh right, okay. Well, he was one of the guys, the Roux brothers, who they ran Le Gavroche, Chloe.
Amazing.
In London.
Oh man! Again, if you're a MasterChef fan, see when in the professionals when they get to go actually cook in a professional kitchen at the end. And you get to see how the guys at the top do it. It's like it's tweezers and it's wank, but it's amazing.
Tweezers and the wank.
Yeah,
that's the name of our Michelin star restaurant we're going to open.
But mate, we have a great thing coming up later in any other business.
It maybe didn't happen with girls, but that was like a slagging.
Well,
that you would have gotten the teenagers, like, you know, your dick's so small.
oh well.
So there was one that was, your dick's so small you thought it was a pube until you paced out of it, right? And then there was also,
Classy.
you need tweezers to have a wank.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I need your ma's cooking tongs. If we go back any further, I'll hit that shelf, so I can't. But anyway, thanks for not laughing at that and making us feel like it died even in a room of one. So
I know.
it was great.
I love that I'm talking about fucking Michelin star
You
chefs
said,
and
sorry,
you get
but
dick
you said,
jokes out of
you
it.
said the phrase tweezers and wank, and that's two of the words in my joke. So, so yeah, so like Michelin star stuff. We've actually been to a few like pretty posh restaurants, like,
Yeah.
and
It's
prefer,
worth the hype.
the food is worth the hype, but I do prefer a level below.
Can I talk about something very quickly?
You can talk about whatever you want, but don't name anywhere unless it's good, because I don't want
Alright,
to
oh my
disparage
goodness.
anywhere. What?
In Kenmure,
Yes.
our beloved Kenmure,
What a spot.
there
love
is
it.
a restaurant called The Falls.
Mm.
Now, stop a bus, right?
The food is outrageous.
Wait a minute. I need
Okay,
to
I'm not
say
allowed-
how good
I'm
this
not
is.
allowed to talk. Right.
I'm fangirling here, right? Not only is the restaurant named after the absolutely amazing view, as you sit window side with the falls cascading down the side of the hotel into Kenmure Bay, sublime, right? But
Sometimes you get a wee otter out there, or cranes and other birds trying to keep the cranes away and whatever.
it's
great.
amazing.
Crane
yes,
fish.
the
Sorry,
wildlife.
crane birds, not like guys on cranes. You know.
Yeah. And head chef Mark Tracy is a wizard, right? He brings out.
Sorry, you've slagged me before for sounding snobby. Sometimes you've just
No,
dropped.
I told you I'm fangirling. Can you give me a minute?
Head chef Mark.
Yeah,
loves this.
And why do I know his name? Because he's fucking out of this world amazing.
Because he is like Harry Potter.
Yeah. Right? He brings out this cheese ravioli in an onion broth, right? Shaved truffles. Now I know this is wanky, bear with me.
It was sensational.
Right? I nearly cried at how good this was. I have never had anything more delicious cheese stuffed ravioli. And
You told me that the fucking bacon and egg baguette that I made this morning was unbelievable. Sorry, that's...
No.
You know what?
This isn't an everyday thing. This is a maybe twice a year thing.
Oh, I
This is-
definitely.
this
it's
is a
it's
pure
a proper
luxury-
treat. Like,
pure
I mean,
treat
we
for
go
us,
away
right?
for anniversary. We'll go away maybe one other time in the year, and that's
That's what I mean by whip out the tweezers, lads, and do what you gotta do.
Can I also
Because
say though?
see if you're bringing out food that's that delicious that it's actually emotional. Go ahead.
Well, let me
Take my PIN number.
let me. It's weird because they usually take mine, but the
You can't.
the that's the best thing I've said in ages. They also see, right. So this is where right in the falls though, right. So sometimes in between courses, it's quite posh in there, right. I have to wear chinos and all, right. In the falls, they come over and they brush down the tables and all in between courses, right, which is fine. But I feel like I don't need that personally. I don't require that. That doesn't. I don't overly like that because I go, it's too much work for wait staff. Like I just don't like that right now. They also have another restaurant there called the Stables, which is more like a brasserie, which is absolutely my level, and it is fucking
10 out of 10.
I actually prefer it, to be honest with you, because it's a wee bit more. It's less of the
Smart casual.
3 or 4 cheese ravioli in the fucking perfect clear fucking
Consomme.
onion consomme thing. This is I'm more into like give me a Caesar salad and then follow that with some
Yeah, but it's not just any Caesar salad.
no, it's unbelievable.
It's freshly off the bone hot chicken.
Yeah, with we put the doughy poached egg and all on it, which I enjoy, and and then like that's where you'll get a steak. You'll get a steak and all in there. The falls will give you like here's a slow braised beef bonbon or something, and that's all lovely. But I do just prefer just give me a fucking feed. Give me a steak and some mash or something. That's more my level now. But you like in there too. But
Yeah.
I prefer that level to the super posh now. Where were we? Because all I'm thinking about now is food trivia, right? So, they watch Iron Man in the cinema.
They do.
When they're in the cinema, they're watching Iron Man. Right. So I'm gonna save this one for my last bit because that's one of my favorites. But so he Favreau worked with Roy Choi to learn how to chop and like to get the speed up. So when he's chopping courgettes at the start, it's really fast. And he's doing it without looking at it and all that. And Roy Choi also taught him how to make the toasties and all that. And John Leguizamo worked in a real restaurant in New York for like 2 weeks or something as a line chef, which I thought was interesting. They also did chef like El Jefe, the truck. They did real pop up events of that because the movie was so popular and the food was so popular. They did real events. Have you any other ones?
Cornstarch on your balls is a real thing, and it actually works.
It is a real thing. I actually, on another podcast, they were talking about this movie a couple of years ago, and they had a chef on talking about how he was saying he thought it was like really accurate, and he said in some of the kitchens in America it gets so fucking hot because it's already like 30 degrees outside, and then you're just in this place. And he said like in the toilets in the men's like they'll have just a box of fucking flour, and you can just go in and fucking toss it just to stop the swamp ass like. Which is unbelievable.
I don't know how to do it.
I don't know how to do it.
Is there not AC in kitchens?
Not really. Like, I mean, it's still just going to be... Look how hot it gets even just in our kitchen cooking like one thing of fucking bacon.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, anyway.
All the ovens and all the stoves are on. I'm sure it's grim.
Yeah, and they're on all day.
How many droplets of sweat we've eaten? Any time we've eaten out.
Not in the fall. They probably have someone to come in and comb the sweat off. The event at the end with all the food trucks is a real. They do it on First Fridays in Venice in LA. Like that's a real event that's on all the time. All the food trucks go into that place. And remember the one we went. So we went to a place. Can I tell the full story here about chicken and guns?
Sure.
So we saw a place on Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives years ago called Chicken and Guns. It's in Portland, Oregon. And it looked like a dirty chicken place that we might enjoy, and it's like a food truck, and it's in like a little sort of corner. What do you call it? What do they call it? Like a lot in America, corner lot at this junction, and there's like about 5 other sort of businesses like this, and they all have there's all like picnic tables everywhere, and there's loads of people. And they're all doing something different. So there's like a pizza place, this chicken place. So Chicken and Guns is like, they do like dirty chicken with sauces that they make there. And then the guns are like essentially they're like wee baby potatoes that have been sort of roasted, right? Like really like crispy wee roasties. And then I remember we got like green, like ahi style sauce, remember?
Pickled onions.
Fucking dirt, right?
Delicious.
But on that particular day, as you may have heard, I have an issue sometimes where my body goes shit right now, and I got one there, and the only toilet was a truly harrowing and disgraceful fucking portaloo, and it was so grim, and I barely had room to fucking wipe the shock out, mate. I was harrowing, do you remember? And I remember we had to do about another 30 or 40 minute drive to get to where we were staying after that. And I did that drive, and oh my god, like my hole was in bits.
There's nothing worse. Say you need to go to the toilet, and you're either not near a toilet, or there isn't a sanitary one.
Yeah,
though you would even take.
I absolutely splatted. I added to the problem there, like, but I mean, I couldn't really, what's the word? Couldn't really purge myself properly in there. All I did was, I just let out a wee bit of it to give myself something to hold on to. And then I had to get the troublemaker out in the hotel, but it was a fucking, oh my god. Anyway.
Not caused by Chicken and Guns, by the way.
It wasn't. The food was great.
Amazing.
It was a terrible day.
And Oregon's so beautiful,
Oregon is beautiful, but I absolutely took one of the worst shits of my life in it. And then Franklin Barbecue.
Yep.
The place where they pick up the briskets is a real place, and it sells out all the time by noon.
Mate.
It looks
if you're
amazing.
as easily influenced as I am,
you'll be going there.
See when you see meat being cut into like that, and you can't reach into the screen and taste it.
This is why Wonka Vision needs to be a thing. Do you remember Wonka Vision, where you can just reach in and get your chocolate bar? Imagine being able to do that.
Oh, mate, this is fucking slow roasted for over a day, and it just falls apart.
He has a masterclass on masterclass.com, and I would
just watch it just to be in awe of him. I wouldn't actually want to copy him.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I remember starting to watch it to go, I'm going to make it. Do you ever do this? Do you ever go, I'm going to make this my life? when you see somebody who's amazing at doing something, you go, I too will be a meat roaster, right? And as it were.
Just go to Holy Smokes and pour it down.
And mate, no, I was bringing that up later. We'll talk about that later. That's in my
Don't even bother. Much like Doogie's.
Well, this is
don't try and bake a cake when they can make it a million times better.
This is my thing though, right? Was like, I remember I was watching Aaron Franklin, and then I spoke to Tom at Holy Smokes about like I'm thinking of getting a wee thing where I'll just be doing it for us. And there's so much detail and there's so many things you can change, so many variables that when they start talking about it, I was just like, I'll probably just come here and bat, to be fair.
I mean, you're not going to really do it better than he does it.
I mean,
they've got the time.
You say that.
They've got the time and the equipment.
That feels like a challenge because that's the sort of shit you would have said about sourdough bread a while ago.
And
now I'm shitting out sourdough loaves at the highest level.
Do you know how good Holy Smokes is?
What?
Do you know how good Holy Smokes is?
Is it as good as my sourdough bread?
I recommended it to my vegetarian cousin. Because that's how good it is.
It is. It's actually fucking amazing.
You'll go back on the meat.
Change your life.
Yeah.
Oliver Platt's brother, so the food critic's brother in real life, is a major food critic in New York.
That's right.
Good trivia.
Did you know that Aaron Franklin, the guy that runs the barbecue, won the James Beard Award for best chef in the Southwest?
No, I didn't know that. That's mental.
And it sells out before noon every day. There's queues down the street.
Those James Beard Awards are a big deal in America. Twitter paid nothing towards this. They didn't pay for anything. And they only asked a couple of wee changes to be made to make it, more on brand. But they didn't pay anything to be in the movie. So there was another movie in development before this. It was also called Chef, and it eventually got released, and it was called Burnt, and it had Bradley Cooper in it.
Good?
No.
Oh.
Chef buries it. I mean, you can watch it, but it's dump. Sofia Vergara's house in this is one of the houses from Modern Family.
Yeah.
Which is good. Have you any other trivia? Because I've got one that I want to talk about.
One of my favourite bits in the whole film.
What?
And we'll talk about this in Oscar clips. One of my favourite actors ever is John Leguizamo, right? Yep. Guy's a hero. And there's an excellent part where he shows up to join Favreau in his food truck dream. And they can't get the equipment onto the truck.
Yep.
So he shouts over to a crowd of workers who are sitting on a break. And I love the sound of Spanish, right? So see when people crack it out and like just, it's unreal.
Oh, fuck, I felt like I was in Spain just now.
Cunt, right? But he goes, Oye, amigos!
I'll do the whistle. You can do the whistle. That's...
Oye, amigos! Right? And he shouts over in Spanish, but it translates to, look, this is the best chef in the world, and if you help me with this shit, he promised you a badass sandwich, that, or I call immigration, yes or no.
Oh, very good.
And I love that, because I never knew what he said.
Sandwich, un sandwich empingao, which means dog's dick or something like that.
It's Cuban slang, Ciaran, for awesome.
Yeah, the way you say it's a dog's balls.
Yeah.
Is that the last bit of trivia for me? Because I want this to be my last bit. So this is interesting to me. This whole thing at this is actually an allegory for Jon Favreau's movie career. That like in between doing Iron Man and Iron Man 2, like, and there's so many aspects of this that ring true. So like, here's a guy who's a creative guy, but now he feels like he's just doing shit to get people in the door and pay money, and he wants to do something more creative, and the people above him won't let him. And the people above him even raise the fact that they're making a lot of money. And he's like, I know we're making money. I just want to do something that's artistically fucking, fulfilling. And and it's like, well, do you remember last time you tried to do it? Remember when you tried to fucking cook like this and you tried cooking artsy shit and people hated it? It's sort of like movies that he made that were indies and all. People didn't like when you did that. And then like, he also goes, do you know how much money sunk into the French cooking suite for you? And it's all this stuff where like Favreau has been at the forefront of visual effects and special effects, like in terms of like computer generated stuff. He's been at the forefront of that, actually, like, sort of like James Cameron, where it's like, if we can't do this with the equipment we have now, well, we need to invent the equipment that'll let us do it. And people sink money into him, not into him personally, that would be weird, but like to get this stuff done for him and all. And then he was back to doing a wee indie, like Chef. He was back to having a wee food truck and finding his love for it again and then going again. I really like that. I like that allegory. Like,
yeah.
I hope it's true. I hope that's true.
Oscar clips.
Yes.
What is your number one?
My number one favorite bit in this? Probably the freak out, or the Downey Jr. scene. the Downey Jr. scene isn't massively important to the story. It is because it's how he gets the food truck, but they could, I mean, that could be anybody in that role. But it is one of the fucking funniest comedy scenes in a film I've ever seen. But the freak out, and I find it really hard to separate these two. I said this to you yesterday. The freak out, the Downey Jr. scene, and the arguments but mainly the second argument he has with Hoffman, that when he gets sacked. Those three scenes to me are the best scenes in the movie. What about you?
This will tell you a lot about me. My number one is the bacon tray that they bring out, right? Leguizamo lifts out this tray of bacon.
It does look amazing.
And he turns around and it's perfection. It's golden, it's crispy, it's sizzling. It's ASMR, right? And he goes, he doesn't know who owns it, and he goes, grab your ankles, because here comes Poppy.
Yeah, he's
right?
like, yeah.
Amazing. That is one of the best shots.
Like, well, I gotta watch this too. Who owns this?
Amazing.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Café du Monde makes an appearance in this film.
In New Orleans.
Which is famous for selling beignets and coffee. And it's like a bucket list thing for us. And I would love to go there and do like travel around the south.
Yep.
And try Franklin's barbecue. Obviously the alio.
Well, what I've written here as well, my number 4 is all the cooking scenes. Every cooking scene in this is brilliant.
He makes a grilled cheese.
The toasty.
You're angry that you're not sitting eating it with him.
Yeah, see when he bites into it and the camera's over there and he bites in and the crunch and then the cheese pull, you're like, dude, make me one of them. Nah, give me that one. Give me that one and make yourself another one.
Why wasn't that a thing for us? That's a very American childhood snack, isn't it?
A cheese toasty here.
It's not the same.
The way we used to get it, the way my dad used to like a cheese toasty was nutty cross bread, right? Set that into the grill and partially toast it, right? Then he wanted wee slices of cheese, like turn the cheese so that you're cutting off like the thin part. Do you know what I mean? Cut that down and then chop that in half, so you get like a wee bit of cheese that would go on maybe like a top of a cracker, like a wee small bit. And he wants about 6 of them just dotted around it. Don't have them touch each other, because when they'll melt, they'll touch each other. This is the shite that I used to take off him. And then you go and do that toast well and do it on one side. And I'd be going, I've been making this for you. My dad had a wee habit of I love this about him. He would always tell you exactly the way he wanted something, but he would tell you that every time as if you weren't doing it every time. Like, so when he wanted a tier of coffee, especially like when he wanted a coffee, my dad would have insisted on getting a wee teaspoon of like instant coffee in, right? 1 of them. And then a wee drop of milk in there. And then the water up to a certain point, just above the handle, and then cool it down with cold water at the end. Don't add extra milk. And he'd always go, is that well cooled down? Before he would drink it. And I'd be sitting there going, I've been doing this for 20 years. I haven't forgotten that, mate. Sorry, but funny. But that, and then, sorry, so then you put the cheese on one side and then just toast the other one. And when they're both getting pretty dark, then he wants that put on. And so you get that soft, do you know what I mean? You get the soft on the outside, mate.
Crispy one side.
Yeah.
Once you
nutty
see,
crust on one side.
If you haven't seen this film, when you see that grilled cheese being made,
you'll want one.
You'll never go back to the crimp press that exists here.
No, you'll. We've done toasted cheese this way a couple of times on the pan. Now it's obviously not great for you, but it's a fucking great time.
It's never been like Favreau's. Never.
Sorry,
it's never had the like crispy shell and like that crunch and the.
Do you know what? I know I have done it that way before. I know I have. I don't know. And I'm going to say these 2 words and you're going to go, ugh, Jamie Oliver. See, Jamie Oliver taught me how to do it, where you get that cheese on the outside and it comes up like a wee cage around the cheese, around the toast, and it was fucking amazing. And I don't know that I don't know if that was BC or not.
Do you
that
know
might
who
have been
could
before
make
Chloe.
Fucking grilled cheese like Favreau? I bet you the guy from Flout can do it.
Mate. Flout. Oh,
Flout. I would pay him to make us a grilled cheese sandwich.
Saint Peter. Oh my God. See that fucking Detroit style pizza that he sent us for Ulster Hall?
Please.
It has cheese up the side of it. I don't even, mate.
Again,
Peter, take
cry-worthy.
Take a bow. Anyway, other favourite parts, when he reads the review out, is very funny to me. Bone Tangles is funny, the wee bone dancing guy. When Martin arrives and when they clean the truck, and then when Martin arrives, I love that. The trip back and the fun of the trip, the music and all.
Yeah.
And then I enjoy the 1 second video montage, and then the finale when Oliver Platt comes and says, "Well, we'll do the bury
Restaurant.
the hatchet and make this restaurant," and then it cuts to them, and they've obviously got remarried, and the restaurant's there.
Yeah.
Love all that. And this is where I had written in, "I see you, John, with your, two Hollywood fucking Hall of Famers as your current squeeze and your ex, who you're gonna go back to.
Yeah.
You legend."
So in no particular order for me, Cafe Du Monde, Bacon Tray, Dustin Hoffman, Alio Alio, All the Cooking ASMR, John Leguizamo, Robert Downey Jr., and the brisket shot.
The brisket shot sounds like a thing that they need to do on all porn shoots. Have we got the brisket shot? Is that anyway? So what's your absolute favorite? The bacon tray. Like you do love that.
I do.
My favorite, if I'm narrowing it down, scene I would want to watch over and over again is the Robert Downey Jr. scene.
Yeah.
I would just watch that scene on YouTube or something. Right, let's move on to Razzie Reel. So let's get in. There's not a ton here, and these are, do you know what? These are like massive nitpicks. This is like I'm going into the fabric of this film to find this.
This is less about things that I hate and more like, what do you call
Things that
like that
trigger you.
expression where you're like pulling your eyes down? You're like, oh.
Yeah, where you're just like disgusted at something. Or,
No, it's like,
no?
oh, do you know like when somebody's a cunt to you and you go, oh, or you see it happen to somebody else?
Yeah. It's extreme empathy.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the first one for me is when Dustin Hoffman's scrapping with Favreau.
Yep.
And he goes, "I've had chefs before you, and I'll have chefs after you."
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, mate, because he hasn't said anything, but he said everything.
Yeah. And he says it in such a way where he's not even being aggressive when he says it. He's not being aggressive. He's just being a cunt.
It's nearly too nonchalant.
Yeah.
You know?
I always hate the line when. So I've said basically now. One thing I should say, caveat here. I actually think that MJ Anthony, that plays Percy the kid, this is one of the best kid performances I've seen in a film, because kids can wreck a movie like this.
Yeah,
they can be
really
too
annoying.
snarky. They can be just wee dicks. Now he can be a wee dick, is what I was about to say. He can be a wee dick, but he does it in a way that is understandable. He does it in a way where he's not too much of a whiny wee dick about it. But I do hate the line when Favreau hands him this absolutely world-class cheese toasty, and he goes, "Mom cuts off the crusts." I'm like, fine, don't need a cunt. I'll have two. I'm the dad that'll eat 2 cheese toasties and have a heart attack to prove a point.
Your age tells me everything, because only an adult could appreciate what he put together there for a lunch.
I know, yeah. I go, or there's a line where when Martin gives him a fucking fresh bit of fucking roasted pork out of the oven, and he goes, "Pretty good." I'm like, "Cunt, I will kick a teeth out of your face." Anyway, so what? Sorry.
This is probably a character choice, so I apologize, but I fucking hate Scarlett Johansson's fringe in this. It's that weird, like, short fringe that makes you look you fucking tarot read.
You described it as a donkey fringe to me one time. Yeah. Scarlett, if you're watching, I apologize for Chloe. I like it. Anyway.
You could be bald, Scarlett, and he would like it.
The caddy review, the cunty caddy review, is the exact feeling you're talking about, where you go,
oh, you see somebody being a cunt, and that last.
It's like when you read a review yourself at the Edinburgh Fringe, and the reviewer doesn't mention that you got a stand ovation. But anyway,
at the end of that review, he says about, now this is a fucking unnecessary stab, because he says about his weight gain, and it must be because all the food's getting sent back to the kitchen.
That is quite cunty.
And you're like, nah.
No, it's personal.
You were a dick.
See, this is the thing though. This is the thing when people, he slabbers about the food, which is one thing, and you can absorb it. But when somebody makes it personal, that's they're in your crosshairs for life.
Yeah. The book tray for me. When they're cleaning out the truck.
I've said cleaning the van is just that's a scene where it doesn't annoy me in the film, but it's a scene where I go, fuck, imagine having to do that.
I know.
I would pay a squad of people to do it. I can't do shit like that. Just stresses me out. Even the idea of it.
Do you know what's so funny when they're trying to save everything in the tray, and so he's like hacking at it, and it's like gelatinous.
It's disgusting.
And it
We'll
does
get
look so
on.
good.
We'll get on in any other business to what it reminds me of. In Martin's flight from finding out that Favreau has a fucking taco truck to him being there. That's how long is it from LA to Miami? It must be 5-6 hours.
I don't know.
Like, and they sort of address it. They sort of go, he goes, "Oh, you must have just jumped on a flight as soon as you get off the phone." I'm like, he must have chartered a private jet, John, because don't know how else he did. And then they do the same thing where the overnight truck revamp. It's overnight. Like, they're sitting having a beer. It's nighttime. And then he goes, "My cousin knows a guy. I'll hook
That's
it
a
up."
massive nitpick.
Like, where you just go, these are two.
You want it to drag out in real time?
No, I'm just saying. Like, they are
Chronologically, it doesn't really make sense.
I'm suspending my disbelief for those two things. That's all I'm saying. And the Russell Peters scene is too long. Russell Peters is in it for too long. It's like you can tell he's improving, and you're like, cut the instead.
Is this the beach cup?
Yeah, I'm like, don't give him 5 jokes, give him 2, and we're out.
He was my last Razzie rule because
He's in my last Razzie rule.
it turns me. I hate that. I actually made you skip it.
We skipped it last night. We have seen this movie 100 times, like so.
So
And
when
more.
they have the kid join in on making the Cubanos and on the plancho,
Mhm.
and he burns one for the guys who they
Yeah.
were promised a free sandwich.
Yep.
And Favreau's like, "Oh no, that's burnt," and he goes, "So they're not paying for it." And I was like,
I like the way Percy became a New York gangster there. They're not paying for it. You know what I mean?
I was more southern.
I know, yeah.
They ain't paying for it.
Yeah, he just goes, "So they're not paying for it." And I'm like,
And you're like, and then he takes them off. He takes
"Do you
them
like
off
your
and-
teeth, son?" Anyway,
he
sorry.
takes them off and bollocks them, which is absolutely needed.
Yeah, he does need a bollocking. Right. This is I've been waiting since yesterday to do this. We're in the Wonder Quotes now.
Empingao.
What about well, she said I was nervous. Well, mommy doesn't know me that well. She's pretty spot on about you. And you're like, "Oh, your ex knows you, John."
I pay for the glasses. I pay for the spoons. I pay for Molly's salary. I pay for your entire staff's salary.
It's not about you eating, it's about me buying groceries. That's the way I feel every time we go in this shop.
I don't never shop hungry.
Oh, it's the worst.
It's the absolute.
I like food trucks. Who doesn't like food trucks?
I would rather have you sit on my face after a brisk walk on a warm day than suffer through that fucking lava cake again.
Kettle corn is carbs wrapped in sugar. Have a nice piece of fruit. Cut to eating kettle corn.
Do you remember what happened the last time you put guts on the menu?
Nobody. Are you talking about my sweetbreads? Let me see. I know what a food blogger is. They're haters. The haters bit in this is so good when he says, you know, somebody's giving him shit, people, reviewers hate him and give him shit, and he goes, "They're haters." He goes, "Yeah, we didn't have that word when I was growing up. The most you would say is like someone was jealous, and that didn't really capture it, and it's so true."
Yep. Domencico, everybody, take 5.
How would you feel if you bought Stones tickets and Jagger didn't play Satisfaction? How would you feel? Would you be happy? No. You'd burn the place to the fucking ground.
Oh, you're so sexy in a bandana. I love your big plantanos.
Oh, man, I have it here. I've had chefs before you in this kitchen. I'll have chefs after you in this kitchen. Miami in the house. Miami, I am back. Pal. Love that.
He said he's sleeping.
He isn't sleeping. If he was asleep, he would just she would just say he's sleeping. Oh, man, that's brilliant. I love when he goes, "How many people have you got working here? Percy's 10. Does he even really need a nanny? I mean, what's she even doing here? Hi, Flora." It's great.
With tacos and shit? Yeah, I would assume.
Cole's got a fucking taco truck. Oh, man, they're showing a good Chef Big Dog up all night cooking.
Oh, did you mention him at the start as well?
Cannavale?
Amazing.
Yeah, I did mention him.
He's
Yeah,
great
I
in
love him in this. Oh, bro, fuck Twitter. Let me see. No, is it good? No, seriously. Tell me the truth. Is it good? Is that good seasoning?
Oh, you're hanging up? Okay, well, I'll let you know about Hell's Kitchen.
Shut up and taste this, Amuse douche. Sorry, you were still doing that line, were you? Sorry.
It's done. It's dead.
All right, sorry. I didn't mean to go. Reva's gonna 86 it, which means take it off the menu. Did you know that?
86.
When they 86 something, that's what that means.
I did not.
Am I doing the thing? Sorry, wasn't. Sometimes I'll go to say something like that, and Chloe will just be like, "Yeah, no." And some of you are sitting there going, that's mansplaining. No, it's not. It's got nothing to do with me being a man. It's going, did you know that? It's fucking information giving. So eat my shit. But
For
also,
the amount of MasterChef we've watched, I've never heard it.
yeah, well, it's it's an industry term. It's sort of like a time I tried to tell Bill Burr what Celsius was, and he was like, "Yeah, I know what Celsius is." So sorry, I just dropped that name there.
Yeah.
Let me see. What are you getting? Too much pussy? Is that the problem? Pussy requires a database.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would rather have you shit on my face. That's a fucking great line. I have so many wonder quotes here. Come here, I miss you. Go look at your dad's new truck. That's my best Sofia Vergara impression.
Have you got the whole script down there? I just seen you skip through 2 pages and you've still more.
Hang on.
That's a crime.
Hang on.
That's a crime. We have do you know what?
I know I shouldn't tweet pictures of my dick. No, it's not your food, Carl. By definition, it's my food because food. Aye, good one, Twank. Is he coming back? I'm afraid that was left ambiguous.
How amazing is Dustin Hoffman's voice?
Amazing this. Keep the motherfucker there. Great. You guys, I love you fucking guys. I'm a meme. I'm a fucking meme. People aren't walking on the walls, Carl. Oh, I'll have to do a couple of these lines, sorry. Maybe I should keep it. Or we keep the kid. What is it he says? That he goes like, I
don't even know anymore.
Yeah. But he says, doesn't he? He goes, good news is I got my tubes tied, no wait. So she's also a fucking liar. Maybe I should keep it. And then he goes, she stays on my desk. I'm like, that's something on her. Oh, man, he's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a turd that lost. I love that. He's such a cunt. I like this humility. It's good. I am not clawing. I am not needy. I don't care what you think. You're not getting to me. I'm not needy. Chocolate lava cake is not just undercooked chocolate cake. That's not what makes the center molten. You take a frozen cylinder of ganache and you set it in the ramekin so as the outside cooks fully, the inside becomes molten. See? It's fucking molten, see? It's fucking molten, you asshole. And you don't do anything. What do? You sit and you eat and you vomit those words back to make people laugh. You know how hard I work for this shit? You know how hard my whole staff works? What sacrifices I've made to make you happy? And then you just smugly just fucking shit on my shit? I love that. That shit was molten! It hurts! It fucking hurts when you write that shit. It hurt you. Yeah, it did. He thought you were gonna close his fucking restaurant down, you asshole. And what do? You just write shit that make... That shit was molten! You're not getting to me! Amazing. What a great day. I'm so glad I got to act that. Thank you, John. If you're watching, cast me in your next big thing. What's your favourite line if you were narrowing it down?
That speech that John Leguizamo does in Spanish.
My favourite line is probably that monologue, the "You're not getting to me" monologue. See when he says that. You just write shit. You vomit those words back to make people laugh. I think that's just great acting. Yep. Shall I move on to director's cut?
Mm-hmm.
So this is where we talk about stuff we would cut or add, who we would want to play as well, and anything about a sequel or anything. So I said here, even though this is the thing that happens sometimes in films, even though I accept what happens and you can't change this because it's part of the story and he has to fail at this point in order to end up getting sacked, in order to end up getting the food truck. So it's the whole movie hinges on it. But every time he makes that tasting menu, I want to see the reviewer eat it.
I know.
Because it's like in Saving Private Ryan when Upham lets his mates die. I'm sitting there going, fucking go up them stairs and save him. You can't every time I watch it. And it's like that in this. Do you have moments like that in films where you just go, even though you know what's coming and you know and you accept it and you still enjoy the movie, you just go, oh fuck, I wish that got to happen differently. Like I wish he got to do that.
Yeah.
Even
it's having all that food sit there and nobody eat it.
Yeah.
Is mental.
There's people crying out for food. Anyway, so I would also take a wee bit more Cannavale in this. He's in and out of this movie pretty quick. And I don't know how you do that either because he has that's a story and a character point where he shits himself and sees an opportunity to become a head chef, which is bound to happen in places.
Yeah.
So it's very realistic, but I also go, could we had another few minutes of him being funny because he is funny, look.
Yeah, he's great.
I feel like he's always like in these supporting roles. I haven't really seen him in a massive role in anything.
I know he's in Bone Collector very briefly.
Yeah, really briefly in Bone Collector. He's the baddie in one of those new Jumanji films. I think the first one, the first new one. You know, like he plays Van Pelt. And then he's in The Irishman, but again, it's a pretty small role.
I feel like he's one of those actors where if he ever gets a leading role, he'll fucking smash it.
Yeah, like he could get an Oscar. He's that type of actor. A wee bit more Downey as well? Or are you happy that it's...
I do. I love Downey. I also, if I was adding anybody, I would want to see Roy Choi in this somewhere.
Yeah, you could definitely...
And I know, did you say that one of the food trucks
is his at the end?
his?
Yeah, Koji, I think it's called.
I would want to play any of the taste testers. I want anybody that gets to eat that fucking grilled cheese.
I also wrote, or someone who gets a sandwich.
Yeah.
I said I would love to be in the salsa band, in one of the bands in the salsa club. Just, you know, one of the guys who stands doing backing vocals, scraping like a bit of wood. Scraping like a bit of wood over a fucking washboard or something to get the sound. Like, I can do that shit. Oye, como va? Mi ritmo. Oh, yeah. I can do it. I could also play, if I was taking a bigger role in this, I feel like I could play Oliver Platt in this.
Oh, yeah,
I could be the food reviewer. I buy ink by the barrel, buddy. I could be that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, I think.
A sequel I would like to see after, so they get married at the end again, and I would like to see maybe Percy as a teenager getting into being a sous chef, and them sort of run the restaurant together, and like whatever else ensues around them, you know?
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson randomly comes back with a different haircut, and she's just there, and then it also turns out then that Favreau had another ex-wife who is like, you know, Rachel McAdams or something, like has to be another. Anyway, sorry. Like what's the story though? Apart from Percy's a chef now.
That's what I'm meaning. Like,
oh, could there be a story where Percy is wanting to become like fine dining type, and he's like sneering at Carl? Because like, Carl's doing like
sort of like
popular
way Matilda
food.
Ramsey has gone away and trained somewhere else, not under her dad.
Yeah, and now she's going.
And now she's nitpicking stuff he does.
Yeah. Also, this is a good time to mention Chef Show, which is on Netflix, which is Jon Favreau and Roy Choi going to places, trying them, learning their recipes. I hate Wolfgang Puck on his episodes. I can't stand that guy.
I think he's funny.
He's funny, but he's an asshole to Favreau. Favreau, like, you can tell Favreau looks up to him and wants to cook him an omelette at one point, and he's an asshole. They go twice, and he's an asshole both times. Like, one time he's like, oh, you can't fucking cook an omelette like this, and then he goes away and learns, and then he when he's like, I've learned how to do it properly, he like snatches, he's like, you can't use this plastic utensil, use this fork, and I'm going, you're a dick. But it's a good show. On that show is where I saw tartine bread for the first time, and that's the sourdough that I've learned to make. 3 ingredients: flour, water, salt.
Amazing.
And it's sensational
it's the most
bread.
delicious bread.
And it's good for you as well. So, yeah. Cure actually all forms of carbohydrate. Smell my asshole. Anyway, right. So, shall we move on? Have you anything else for Director's Cut? Score, the music. So, let's talk about this. This is a fucking wonder soundtrack. There isn't really any score in it. It's all needle drops, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite?
Oh.
What's your favorite, sorry?
I don't know.
You've got Pete Rodriguez on the big hitter.
Yeah.
Number 1 on the soundtrack. Fucking...
Baby, if you think you're shy, do me a favor, honey, go someplace and hide. Hey, baby, I like it like that.
Fucking
and
great.
It doesn't have the... But I do it anyway.
Yeah.
Mr. Bojangles is, I'm so tired of being alone, I'm so tired of...
Reverend Al Green, I believe.
Me, girl, just as soon as you can. What about Message to You, Rudy?
A message to you, Rudy.
It's a fucking banger.
What about Stop You Messing Around? No, that's the same song. What about sorry, what's the other one I was thinking? Right at the start of the movie, the you know?
You didn't write it down?
It's I know an old version of it. It's that one, my grandma and your grandma. It's that type of song, yeah.
Right.
But I think this is different words.
Obviously, oye, como va?
At the end.
Mi
Mi
ritmo.
ritmo.
We don't speak a lick of Spanish, but we will
Ta.
absolutely still sing
What
this.
about La Kimbumba? Don't know.
Bum, ba, bum, 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 Sí, sí. Es como el rojo.
Amazing.
Sí, sí.
See, what about
California knows how to
with a
party.
big stanky a bass that makes your face go
Knows how to party.
bum, bum,
In the city of LA. In the city of Compton. Also, a great version by the Hot Brass Band of Sexual Healing.
Yes.
It's great.
Baby. Fucking great.
This is something that we'll play in the car all the time.
Yep.
It's called Chef Complete Soundtrack on
Just
Spotify, right?
it's summer. It's just summer.
It is it's such a vibe. See, if you're a Bad Bunny fan, you will fucking love this film and love this soundtrack.
What's Bad Bunny?
The Nueva York. He's massive.
Oh, that guy that did Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His music is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's such feel good. Like, you haven't a fucking clue what he's saying, but you're gonna dance to it. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I've seen all the clips on TikTok of his concerts look amazing.
Do you reckon people in places like Cuba, Mexico feel that way about Christy Moore? Do you reckon? Like, they go, don't know what the fuck he's on about. Have you ever heard Let's Down Varna? Do you know what I mean? Anyone for the last few songs is now, oh, Let's Down Varna. Oh, love it. Anyway,
man.
what a fucking guy.
British scalps around the tummy, pockets
It's full of dollar money. Hey, man from Marty. Ha, late from his sedition. Anyway, right. So what's your favorite song? I do find it hard to separate I Like It Like That from this. I find it like I just love that song. I love that song. I like it like
Okay,
that.
so I'm gonna go for a chill one and a party one.
Right.
A chill one for me is Lucky Man.
Oh,
There's no holiday from this love.
We don't take a break, no, from this love.
That's a great
That's a tune.
chill song. Also, and then party songs.
Yep.
Oh, it's Latina music.
Yeah, it's great.
It is invigorating.
It is.
It makes you want to dance.
It's a whole vibe.
Right? So whatever the si como el rojo, that one, right?
Yep.
Or West Coast Pop Lock.
Oh,
California.
mate, that's an absolute banger.
Mate, that bass is stinking.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Fucking big stinky,
Yeah.
dirty arse bass. So here, while we're talking about how dirty the arse is on the bass, you can listen to this advert. If you like what you see over here at Back to the Features, come check out our Patreon over at patreon.com/Ciaran Bartlett Comedy, the home of all our extra bits and bobs from this podcast. We do an extra podcast every week over there called Take 5. It comes out on Thursday mornings. It's also film based. It's thematic. We go through like our top 5 westerns, our top 5 war movies, whatever it happens to be that week. You can give us suggestions. We do loads of the audience suggestions. We've also got Smells Bitchin', which is a cookery segment that comes out once a month. And we've got that was real. We've got the Goblin Gazette, which is a weekly update, video update you get from me. And if you've been on it recently, you've been getting great updates on there about all the mad shit that's been going on in my writing life. So that's been great. And you can also get all my comedy specials on there, including the brand new Phantom of the Opera House special, which we recorded in 2024. So brand new is a funny statement for it, but it has never been seen before, guys. So we've brought that out. It's over there. If you don't want to sign up to the Patreon, you can also just buy that special. But it is cheaper to sort of sign up for a month, and maybe, you forget to cancel, and then we keep your money for 2 or 3 months, which is great for us. But there's loads of content on there. There's access to a load of stuff we used to have on the previous podcast as well. It's all there for you to just check out. It's all sort of in there. There's so much material, so much content. So check it out. It's pretty cheap. It's £4 a month plus VAT, and we love it. And we love you guys to come over there, and you can message us and you can chat to us. And we're pretty good, I think, about coming back to people and being active on the page, guys. So check it out at patreon.com/Ciaran Bartlett Comedy. Now on with this week's episode. Bye. We're moving on to the Chokey, which is the parts of the movie that get you in the feels. Do you have any of these?
Yeah, I do.
How many?
3.
I have 2. Let's see if they're the same.
The 1 second video compilation.
That's my number 1. That is Chucky. That's Percy. He's a sweet boy. Like
Carl telling Percy that he's enjoyed the trip on top when they're sitting on top of the truck.
that's my second one.
Yeah.
And telling him that he thinks it's sort of over.
And the last one isn't really as much Chucky as it is wholesome, but the end when they get remarried.
Oh, it gets you, doesn't it? Gets you in the face?
Because it's like it's a great like tying up of everything.
It is a good tie up. And do you know what I like about it? There's no words. It's just music and fun.
Yeah.
There's no like.
It's all visual. It's a Tom and Jerry.
Do you know what I really, really like that isn't in this? And I love that it's not in it, a scene, because it's so easy if you're writing to just write this scene. And it's so much better that you just jump over it. A scene where he and Sofia Vergara have like an emotional, let's get together again, like fuck up. Like, no.
Yeah.
No. It's good. And it's not, but you can tell they're not getting back together again because, he's a successful chef again. It's because it's his whole life is lifted, his whole spirit. He's been miserable. They say about how miserable he was cooking for Hoffman. And now it's like he's got his groove back, and that's why, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that. But don't admit, I like that we had the same bits. Because, well, same bits is funny. Let's do what the FX before it gets too weepy in here. So I've written here that this is like, I don't know if this is right for effects, because it's more like acting as well, but I really feel it like Leguizamo and Favreau really, really do nail being chefs. Like they look like chefs when they're moving around the kitchen and when they're chopping stuff. And, I feel like that's like a real thing. So I feel like that's worth mentioning. But the other thing I've mentioned here is I think all the Twitter stuff's great. Like all the effects coming up on screen when they're sending tweets and the whole way that they've folded that in. And this wasn't sort of Twitter was really at its peak in that kind of 2012 to 2015 kind of era. And I really think it works well. Obviously, Elon, the trillionaire, has ruined it for everyone. So, ruined the fucking website when he bought it. But the stuff in the movie's great, and I think it looks well. Do you have anything for effects?
No, I agree that the Twitter pop-ups are good.
There was a thing that I read about that they did digitally. They put
the truck
in the stock footage digitally, and you wouldn't know.
Yeah, no, you
So that's pretty great special effects.
I love the first shot of the truck after it's been repainted.
Yeah.
And the chrome is
it looks fucking
so
banging
shiny
when it comes in. The only thing is that I don't like about that is that they did it in 1 hour overnight. So, shall we move on to Hunt Double then? We're shitting through these last segments here because there's not a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
It's really more like a comedy drama. So it's people talking in rooms a lot of times. So
yeah,
there's not a ton of like big action sequences or anything.
Yeah.
Roy Choi apparently moves the toasty circa 22 minutes. It's actually maybe his hand. So that's a bit of a hunt double, but that's really it. Like there's no big stunts.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You can't pause it and see somebody's face or
Yeah, like there isn't even a miniature stunt of like nobody runs. Nobody's sprinting in the movie where you might sometimes. That's like, do you know what's a great one?
That's my kind of movie.
Do you know what's great? Yeah, it's just more
bacon
chill.
trays and cheese toasties.
And everybody's sitting down, relaxing. So let's do credits rolls. So credits you wouldn't have wanted to tell your family we're playing. There's only really 2 of these and they're not that bad, but one of them just sound. So one I got was Bikini Girl, played by Paolo Katsapis, which just sounds a bit Paula, sorry, which just sounds a bit fucking, just sounds a bit spurious. Imagine coming home to your dad and going, got a role in a movie. What is it? I'm Bikini Girl. Your dad just hates that, doesn't he? Look, your ma probably hates it.
If you've got a body to wear a bikini, do it.
I don't know. I don't even know who Bikini Girl is.
Wouldn't you rather somebody, Ciaran? Can you give me a fucking buff guy at the fucking food truck?
To be fair, the amount of times I've turned that down. When they're like
buff guy in shorts.
I get. Do you know what I get offered? And this is where credits roll really stems from. I always get offered roles that are like, I get offered roles, but I get offered stuff that's like, and offered to read for it as well. So sorry, I'm not sitting here going, I get offers all the time. Ciaran, do you want to read for this part? So Ciaran, do you want to? And here I will audition for things, but it's like, Ciaran, do you want to audition for? And it's always like Fat Paul or fucking Big Unit or like, you know what I mean? Like, you've seen that, like you've seen those, mate. Oh my god, high cholesterol Tom, like, you know what I mean? Fuck off.
And you don't even.
I know my
Your blood work is excellent.
would you
Ciaran.
believe my blood work is fucking sensational? Shocked restaurant patron is another sad role, isn't it? Imagine saying to your family, I've got a part in the new Favreau film. Have you? Fuck, that's amazing. What's your part called? Shocked restaurant patron.
I have the complete opposite.
Let me give Julian.
Oh, sorry.
Let me
I
give
no.
I do only have two, but let me give Julian Graham his full credit.
Okay.
I feel for you, Julian. That's coming from high cholesterol Tom all the way to you. From my enlarged heart to your normal one. Sorry, go ahead.
I have the opposite of you. I have a role that I would want to play.
Oh.
Hungry jogger. Played by Noah Lindbergh. Now,
amazing.
Feed me. I will. I won't even run. I will jog to your food truck.
This might be a good time, actually, just for me to mention. On the set this week, two things I have to mention. So I haven't really eaten the catering on set, but there is a catering company that is catering for the film Bender that's being shot at the moment. That's called Pure Catering. Massive shout out. So I had two things there this week. One, I had a wee bit of chicken pasta on Friday night, which was delicious. But the thing that I need to tell you about goes back a couple of days before when I had a southern fried cauliflower burger, which was a cauliflower steak with southern fried spices on it. Inside a really nice little roll with some salad and coleslaw, mate. That was fucking like seriously, sensational. And these guys are knocking that out of the back of a truck. I couldn't believe how good the food was. So think of them for your next event, or if you're filming something, fucking brilliant. And really lovely people as well. So it goes a long way. Are you ready to move on to any other business? We'll close this bitch out.
Yep.
So we asked people for their best and worst restaurant times and experiences. So I have a couple here. So I just want to give a quick shout out to my two favorite places here. One is Edo, which I think is just a sensational restaurant. If you get a chance to check it out, it's really lovely. It's like tapas, and is that in? It's Queen Street. Is it North Queen Street, Upper Queen Street?
I love about Edo. You do not wait any time. Your food is fucking
and they bring it out. You order a load of different wee plates, and they just bring it when it's ready. There's no like wait for it.
Delicious.
The quality, the staff, it's all there. And my other favorite place here is Holy Smokes, which we don't go to often because, you know, if you can't see your own ribs, you should probably not eat ribs. But mate, even talking about it today, I'm going, is that open? I don't know that it opens on a Sunday when we're recording this, but my word, what a place in Portadown. They do unbelievable barbecue, lovely staff, lovely owners, lovely people. And there's always a nice atmosphere at it, isn't there? And they do dirty wee sides and all, wee beans and all. Like smoky barbecue beans.
Do you know what? When we were in America, we went to a place called SoCal Subs in San Bernardino, right? Massive shout out to those guys. Dodie said to Ciaran one day, because they were talking about like sandwiches.
He asked me like what places would you get here, wasn't it? Is it
yeah. And Subway.
And I said Subway is like because they were making Subway style like subs, but not everything they were doing was handmade like that. They made their own bread. The meats were fucking hand cured. They made their own pickles and all. Their own soda, right?
Yeah.
And just an unbelievable
bread, soda juice.
Juice. It was fucking unbelievable. And I said the closest thing we even have to this, and it's nowhere near it, is Subway. And gives it.
He goes, "Oh man, they don't care about the art."
He literally goes, "Man, fuck Subway."
Holy
they don't care about the art.
And it's become, and somebody messaged about this, you know, people saying that things happen throughout their relationship and it stays like a quote in their relationship.
Really? That is something that we've quoted.
Mate, we have a fucking file cabinet of niche jokes
I know you'll never see this, but if I ever get back to where that place was in Southern California, which was called, not Mount Vernon, what'd you call it? Grand
Terrace.
Grand Terrace, right? If I ever get back to Grand Terrace, Corey, you were an absolute legend. You were so kind to us, especially at a time. That was at a time towards the end of the trip as well. We were fucking running out of coin. And when we were leaving there, he gave me a bottle of beer that I still have. It sits over there, by the way, in the studio
it's
here.
It's like limited edition
Star Wars beer. Yeah. And he gave me that, and he gave us our sandwiches for free and wished us happy trails. I've never forgot that kindness. He's been so sound.
No, but what I was saying was that phrase that he said, that they don't care about the art.
About the art.
We say that all the time. See the guys in Portadown, they fucking care about the art.
They really do. They really do.
Mate.
He's the Aaron Franklin of Portadown. Like,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
It is
food.
amazing.
And then I'll tell two quick, very my worst stories. So I can tell.
My worst.
It's near the end, so I'm letting it all go. This was in a restaurant that no longer exists here. Tony Roma's. Kev nearly died in there one time because he was using the red sauce, and into his pool of red sauce fell a little metal washer type thing off the bottle and went into his sauce, and he didn't know, and he fucking had it and like choked on it and nearly died.
Oh my god.
And I was sitting there going, Kev, please tell them you'll sue them because they'll give you Tony Roma's forever. And he didn't. They gave him like one voucher. They gave him like a 20 quid voucher.
Is that steak place?
Yeah.
Mate, fuck Emmons.
It's burnt out.
I remember
Service was awful in it.
I was on my way to the bathroom one night. It's my first and last time going. I fell so hard because the floor was wet, and I fucking near cracked my skull. And I swear the fuck, this is what the waiters did.
No, service was bad.
They looked at me on the floor. Not only was I fucking really hurt, I was scundered.
Yep.
And I was like, you fucking bastard. Wouldn't even say, are you alright? They just glared at me from the bar. So I'm glad it burnt down.
Oh,
that's real.
It's all coming out now. Don't say it so much like that because people think you did it. But but here, bad restaurants that don't usually stay open very long, do they?
No.
It was there for a while. They were cheeky. I do remember one time we went and Aurelian was like, do you have a vegetarian menu? And the guy went, it's a steakhouse. And I did love that. I did love that from him. But they were dicks. And then I think I've talked about this before, but I used to be a chef in the Tesco Dunmurray staff restaurant. And so I'll just tell a couple of very quick things here because there's two that are relevant. One was the amount of fuckery that people used to put me through. All the cupboards, when you finished your shift, you would lock all the cupboards and you would lock everything, but there were certain things you had to leave on. So we had like a cold milk sort of, machine that you can put a cup under and get cold milk into it. A dispenser, right? A cold milk dispenser, and there was a juice dispenser, and you had to leave them on, and you had to leave the microwave on and the toaster on, and people could use those on their break, right? But everything was locked. The fridge was locked, all that stuff. But the only thing that couldn't be locked was the fucking deep fat fryer. And people used to cunt around. So I had experiences where people put a bottle of vinegar into the deep fat fryer. And they're clever cunts as well. They don't just open it and throw it in. They put it under the basket. So, you don't notice that it's there. So at the start of the shift, then you had to drag the oil to make sure people haven't put stuff in. One time, I dragged the oil with the basket just going like this. And I thought it was fine. And somebody had put a big Spanish orange in there. And it was fucking massive, big blood orange. And it was huge. But it felt like there was nothing under it because it rolled. And I turned the oil on and come back up after I turned the oil on, then I had to go down and buy all the stuff for a fry and then come back up and make the fries for people. And I came back up and it was fucking spitting everywhere. And I had to fucking go in and like save the fucking day, y'all. And the oil was so hot that I didn't have time to let it cool down and change the oil out. So I had to cook it in this oil that had an orange in it, and I was shitting myself in case like people are going to be getting orange tasting fries, and I was told it was fine. But a lot of people broke out in hives. No, I was told it was fine, but then I told one of my mates.
Nobody had scurvy that day.
I told one of my mates about it, and he just ripped the shit out of me all day. And the same mate still rips the shit out of me because I didn't like all the frozen food that they were giving people to eat, and nobody ever ate it, and you just used to heat it up and then throw it out. So I started making my own one-pot wonders, like a pasta sauce or a curry or something like that for lunches. And all I had to do was break even, so I could tell people how much it was costing. It worked out like you could make a curry, and if you were selling it to 15 or 20 people for £1, you were actually making money on it. So people were happy to pay it instead of going, there's 50p for this frozen shit, right? And I remember one time putting a wee fucking leaf of coriander on top of the curry, and my mate they all just started ripping the shit out of me, going, "This is fucking Tesco canteen, like, and you're putting fucking garnish on." But I do believe that I played a role in upping the standard there, guys. But there was also, last thing about it I will say, was one time somebody had left a disgrace in the fridge, like something that they had tried to make. They tried to make some sort of sweet blancmange type thing, and it was just sitting there. And by the time I came to it, there was mold on it on the Saturday. And it's like you want to come in. you were already coming into a dirty kitchen because all the tramps that work the floor on a Friday night would leave it stinking because they would have chippy on a Friday night and the place would be absolutely jiving. So before I cooked the breakfast, I used to have to clean like about 30 plates of chippy food, right? Clean the sink out and do all the bins and all. And
is this just your CV and less of a best restaurant story?
This is the worst restaurant story I'm doing, and I'm saying you're a wee dick, by the way. And then anyway, so I went to open the fridge then this morning after finally cleaning the place and being ready to cook, and there was this big fucking bowl of shit in there, and it had mold and all on it, and I was just going, who the fuck was in here the other day and hasn't cleaned this? And I remember writing into the fucking, there was a wee log that we had to write, and I wrote in, fridge was a disgrace this morning. I'd appreciate it if people didn't leave their, and I think I used the phrase culinary abortions in the fucking in the fridge, blah blah. And I could fucking pull in for a meeting about it. And I'm going, pull this content for leaving this shit. Anyway, I'm over it. It's you know what? It's 20 years ago, and I'm over it.
Well, this guy.
Thanks for absolutely not reacting to that, by the way. Thank you.
This guy wins for the best restaurant story. He got married and went to Rome, and when they checked in, they recommended the Roof restaurant, and it turned out to be a 2-table restaurant with a chef/waiter who basically told us what he'd bought fresh from the market
That's
that
gotta
day.
be a wee bit bouncy, hasn't it? A wee 2-tabler. You're not paying fucking $5 fast food, are you? Like,
bought from the market and then chatted about how he was going to cook it based on our preference. It was amazing. Then came the dessert and he said, do you want tutti frutti?
what?
I thought you were telling me to stop.
No, I'm feeling you up.
It was fucking amazing. Then came dessert and he said, do you want tutti frutti? And I said no, because I imagined a bowl of Fusco's ice cream with a tin of fruitini on top, which was
fruitini is fucking amazing.
Which is an unreasonable assumption. He got a little arsey and said, no, you will have the tutti frutti.
Yeah.
He brought out a bowl of fruit, which was frosted with ice and not icing. He had carefully skinned each fruit, peaches, bananas, apples, kiwis, plums, and grapes, which each piece of fruit was re-skinned with ice cream made from the original innards of the fruit. And it was beautifully presented, and he said it was amazing 20 years later, and he's never had anything close.
That is a great story. Do you know it was a great one as well? I mean, I don't, because I've just forgotten what I was going to say, but what was the, in Italy, Al 42. Do you know what? See if you are over on our Patreon right now, if you can look up, or here, it's not even, it's on YouTube now.
Yeah. Check
out on our channel a video called Italian Food Vlog, which is when we went over to Rome a couple of years ago, on an academic trip. Also, well,
is there any other kind?
I know, yeah. I was giving a paper at an international conference, whatever, guys, and we went to this place, the Carbonara, that place. Oh. I've never had a meal like it. It was fucking incredible.
See if you don't get emotional over amazing food.
You're probably
can't
healthy,
be friends.
but you're also probably healthier than us.
No.
Yeah.
This is a really bad restaurant story.
Is it funny?
Made us laugh last night.
Oh, right.
So this girl was away on a year abroad with her friend, and
this is funny.
This is based in France. She went to this tiny village where there was only one really fancy restaurant. She ordered what translated to as sausage, but it was called Andouillette de Troyes. If I'm butchering that.
Let me see it. Andouillette de Troyes.
Andouillette the 3.
No, Troyes. That's the name of that place as well.
Anyway.
I mean, you called it Troyes. I'm just trying to help any French listeners will have along so they're not fucking turning off at your disgraceful accent, but go ahead.
When she ordered it, the waiter goes, "Are you sure?" Which is a red flag. A few minutes later, there was a smell in the restaurant, and she assumed that there was some kind of plumbing issue. But no, as the waiter got closer with the food, she realised that's the frickin' sausage, right? It was massive, and she couldn't bring herself to eat it, and she didn't want the waiter to think she was a coward, so she cut it up into tiny pieces and hid it in a plant pot, in a napkin, and threw it into her backpack, and then threw some on the floor. Later to find out.
I love, instead of saying, I don't like this, just put it everywhere else but your mouth. What can we put up a photo of that?
Yeah.
Chloe found a photo of it. We also found out, sorry, do you want me to talk about this? What it's made of? It's made out of a fucking pig's asshole. It's made out of a pig's colon. So yes, that's why it smelled like shit, because all a pig does is root around and shit. and then when it eats something, it makes its own shit, and then you're eating it. You're eating a pig shite factory there. I said this to Chloe earlier. I know that like we take meat for granted far too much in our current society and whatever, but like there has to be a point now where you go, and I know it's waste not want not, and nose the tail if you're gonna use it and all, but maybe leave the asshole out of it. Like, do you know what I mean? Just burn that part. Find another use for it. It's bound to be rubbery, like.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
We were booted out of a restaurant in Egypt for not eating a set starter. It was eggplant, and I was 9. Amazing.
Amazing. Any other whoppers?
My manager used to pick up the lemon slices out of the sink and reuse them in jugs of water.
Oh, you fucking tramp. Oh, I remember some scab. I told this story before, so I won't go into it all. Some fucking scab was sitting at like a music event we were doing one night years ago, me and our Kevin, and told everybody, she was working in a steak place in town, and told everybody that she used to eat people's bits of steak that they'd left on their plate out of the big bin with the scrape all the leavings.
Right.
She'd pick through and get bits of steak out of it. True story. Told people that, and was being like, yeah, like people throw away like half a steak. I'm like, what are you on about? You fucking rat.
Former
you
chef.
bin rat. Anyway, what?
Former chef had someone complain that coleslaw tasted like raw vegetables and mayonnaise. Get the fuck out.
That's mental. I'm sure that they get ridiculous complaints sometimes.
Yeah.
Like this pasta tastes like eggs. I'll be going, aye.
And then this guy, no story. Just want to say that Chef is genuinely a top tier motion picture. It's Favreau's best.
It fucking is.
And on that note,
we'll see you in the next one.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's amazing.
What is the next one going to be? Do we know? Oliver, probably.
Maud Bartlett, guys.
Maud Bartlett's coming on.
Is on the way to the studio.
She's coming in to talk about the immortal musical starring Oliver Reed and Ron Moody. It is Lionel Bart's Oliver! Exclamation mark.
You're not going to want to miss that one.
You're not going to want to miss that because we've got footage of me performing as the Artful Dodger in 1999. Up a hoods. See you in the next one. Bye.